Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go-getterism number 677 for August 10th, 2016. Tonight we want to talk about being the boss of somebody. You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do. Resentment of authority. Some people really resent authority, and then there are people who abuse authority. Right? On the one hand, if you resent authority, that means you don't like nobody telling you what to do. You don't care how much they're paying you. You don't care what they're doing for you. You don't care what kind of position that they have over you, even your own parents. You don't want nobody telling you what to do because you have all the answers. It really is an egotistical point of view. Like, can't nobody tell you what to do? Like, when you really think about it, it sounds kind of ridiculous. What do you mean, can't nobody tell you what to do? You know, you weren't born king or prince or anything like that. So why would you be in a position that you don't have to work your way up? So everybody else has to take instruction, but you don't have to take instruction. And you know that everybody has to take instruction. Nobody learns everything on their own. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Zero. So why would you think that you're going to learn everything on your own? You're going to be able to change the whole world by being the first person to never have to do anything that anybody else told them to do. One of the things that is interesting about this whole thing is that having resentment for authority normally starts out in the home. It does. You know, if your parents don't teach you to have respect for your elders, they don't tell you. They don't teach you to have respect for other adults as you are a child growing up. If they don't teach you to have show respect for authority figures like the police. What happens when you don't have respect for when you show a cop you don't have any respect for him? It doesn't normally turn out in a good way. You know? I mean, think about it. Now look, let me tell you like this. You'll never find anybody who has more contempt for the police force than I do. I don't like no cops. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like police at all. Sure, I have some friends who are police officers. I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? I may like them and respect what they, respect them, but I don't respect what they do. However, I bet you one thing, when a cop pulls me over, I got my license, registration, and insurance, and I'm ready to go. I'm firing it. Because this is how I handle situations that I don't like. I want to get out of this situation because I don't like the person that I'm dealing with, and I want them out of my life. So the best way to get them out of my life is to shorten my interaction with them. So I make things easy for them. License, registration, insurance. If I don't have one of the three, then I'm coming straight with the explanation. I'm not going to let them run my license. I'm coming straight with the explanation. Listen, officer, I realized that what I did was, I realized that I messed up and I did blah, 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 blah. But here's my situation. I don't have a license, or I don't have insurance, or I don't have, registration, something, whatever the case is. Keep it honest with them. You know why? Because cops aren't used to people telling them the truth. They're used to people lying. They're used to people running game. They're used to people thinking that they're smarter than them. They're used to people treating them like they ain't shit. So when you treat them like they alright, then it's like, wow, yeah, maybe you do deserve a break today. Kind of made my day. You don't have to lick their boots. You don't have to be their friend. You don't have to treat them like they, I don't know, somebody that's better than you. Just have to show respect for their position, something that they're not used to. And in the long run, you walk. You are okay. You got your break, and they are out of your life. And that type of attitude will take you far in life. Now, of course, we know that there's some rogue cops out here who you couldn't do right by even if you wanted to. Because they're just not good people. They don't give a shit, and they're not good at their jobs, and they abuse their position. And those are the type of people that have to be dealt with. But forget about the cops right now. I don't want to talk about that bullshit. The hell with cops. This is about you. When you have problems taking instructions from your manager or supervisor or VPs or presidents or owners of businesses and things like that, but you are an employee. but you don't want to do nothing nobody else says. You want to be a straight rebel. Well, you know what happens to straight rebels? They end up looking for jobs constantly. Constantly. You want to do that? Everybody has food that they need to put on the table. They need a roof overhead. They need, they need clothes on their back, shoes on their feet. And they want some fun money. Money to go to strip clubs, money to go gambling with, money to take your sweetie out somewhere. You know what I mean? Money to go to amusement parks, money for tuition, money for school clothes, money for whatever. And the way you get that is through a job. And the way that you keep a job is to keep your nose clean. And one of the ways you keep your nose clean is to watch your mouth. You don't know how to watch your mouth, that's when all the problem starts. Think about it. When you don't know how to watch your mouth, that's when all the problems start. Because you don't want to play the game. And playing the game ain't all that hard. Rarely do people get themselves in trouble by humbling themselves. Rarely. It's the people who want to go up against the Goliath with their David asses. Those are the ones who often get themselves in trouble. Now on the flip side, some of these people who are in positions of authority don't have no business being in positions of authority. It's just the truth. Because they don't know how to talk to nobody. They don't know how to talk to nobody either. So they abuse people. They target people. They bully people. They get people to gang up on people. They act irresponsibly and childish. They have that gang mentality. And these are the type of people who get their tires slashed, windows broken out, get met after work and get knocked the fuck out. That type of thing. All because they don't know how to talk to nobody. It's not what they did. It's not what they did to anybody. It's how they talk to people. Stupidest thing that's ever been said. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It's a goddamn lie. Words hurt, and they hurt bad. Ain't nobody ever got punched in the mouth over no sticks and stones. But a lot of people got punched in the mouth because of that bullshit that they said. Even in the movies, when a woman slaps her husband or slaps her boyfriend or slaps some man that she don't know, it's always because of some shit he said. Either that or he touched the ass. That shit don't happen in real life. Not often anyway. But like I said, some people shouldn't be in positions of authority because they don't know how to rock with that. They ain't good with that. So they should never be anybody's boss. But you can't be in a position talking about some, ain't nobody my boss. You ain't my boss. You know what I mean? You just my employer. You know what I'm saying? The only boss I got is God. And you ain't nowhere close to God, so you ain't my boss. It's your ego getting in the way. And your ego is going to mess you up. It's going to do real bad things for you. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, don't let your ego get you all twisted up and have you online, you know what I mean? Unemployment, Pennsylvania unemployment, last day of work, reason for, you don't want that, or worse, you got yourself messed up so bad that you can't even collect unemployment because they built a file on you before they fired you. You know how they go. I've seen it happen to people. They ain't cool. UrbanTherapyWithSun.com. Go to the website. Get with us. And don't forget about the Urban Therapy with Sun show tonight, 8:30 p.m. Y'all probably going to miss that. But if you do get it on time, area code 347-677-1533. Area code 347-677-1533. BlogTalkRadio.com/Sun752. BlogTalkRadio.com/Sun752. Now, how that's all